is happening because a lot of things unfolded this week. And the million-dollar question is centered around the Premier League title and is centered around a club from the Emirates Stadium. Different question from different angles. We are going to be coming today to analyze a lot of those things. And what about Nigeria and the future of Eris Sikochao, the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria? We've gotten about 19-point proposal reportedly submitted to the Nigerian Football Federation. We talk about that also. And also looking at Kwara State, Nigeria. We talk about the future of Kwara United in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Guys, get seated, get ready. It is about to go down and to be heated on Diamond Sport Friend Zone like never before. My name is Adeyemi Adewale. Joining me this evening, my brother, Adeyemi Adewale. Together, we'll be doing everything on the show. Don't forget, this show comes to you every Friday, 7 to 7:45 p.m. And it's a platform where you get the chance to express your thought. You can bant on radio. We do that on Diamond Sport Friend Zone. You can join our conversation. Share your contribution with us on the show. 0913-655-6952. 0913-655-6952. WhatsApp is 0913-655-6864. 0913-655-6864. That's the WhatsApp line to send messages to on WhatsApp, or to send messages to in the studio. And also, earlier, I called the phone line. Repeat it again, 0913-655-6952. That's the phone line to call us. Let's get into the detail of our conversation. But before that, let's give you a roundup of some of the things that have happened during the week. The big one in the Premier League especially came on Wednesday when Arsenal Football Club failed to defeat Wolverhampton Wanderers. What happened in that game? They drew 2-2 eventually. A lot of people said that result have thrown the title battle open in the Premier League because currently Arsenal are 5 points behind Manchester City. And City have a game in hand. We have just 12 games left to the end of the Premier League title. And some say this has happened before at this stage of the season. And I think in 2023 or 2022, Arsenal were in this stage. Guess what happened in that season? City, under Pep Guardiola, came back to win the Premier League title. And that's why there's a million-dollar question centered around Mikel Arteta and his boys. Are they bottling the Premier League title again? Is City going to win the Premier League title? Don't forget, just last week, and also the Octopus himself, who is not with us in the studio, had a prediction. And I think, although I do not trust City, I think it's going to be City at the end of the day. Arsenal, what are you doing to yourself? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of our discussion, my brother. Let's hear from you first. Good evening to you, Adeyemi. How are you doing?
I'm doing very great, Adeyemi. And good evening, Quaras.
Good evening, Quaras. Let's start from there. You think Arsenal are bottling the Premier League title?
Well, I'm not surprised with what is happening now. Because, I said it on this program. When Arsenal were leading 6 points, 9 points, I said they are leading now. That is their way. That is how they've been doing it. When the time comes, they will bottle it again. So now is the time.
So you think they are bottling it correctly?
Of course, they are bottling it, but it's not done yet. Wait till this weekend.
You think
that the deal will be done properly?
You think Tottenham will finish everything up this weekend?
It might not be easy, but I want to believe Tottenham will take a point. If not maximum 3 points, they will take it with that too.
Arsenal have dropped a lot of points this season. As a matter of fact, it seems they've had just like 2 or 3 Premier League wins this season, Arsenal. And it seems not to be. They seem not to be in a good mood right now. Let's go on this quick commercial break. We'll be back. Welcome back from the commercial break. We're talking about that big game between Arsenal and that game between Arsenal and Wolverhampton Wanderers. With what happened over the weekend, Arsenal during midweek drawing 2-2 against Wolverhampton Wanderers, not a good one, and throwing the title race open. And I was just speaking to Adeyemi, asking him the question: do you think Arsenal have bought to the Premier League title? And he thinks Arsenal right now, they seem to throwing the gate open to the process of bottling the Premier League title. That's what he thinks, by the way. So, and he was about to give more explanation, thinking the bottling could be done against Tottenham Hotspur. And I could remember asking him about the form of Arsenal, talking about the form of Arsenal before we went on that quick commercial break, especially since the turn of the year. Arsenal seems not to be in the kind of form that we've seen them since last year. Because this year, Arsenal seems to have dropped a lot of points in the Premier League, more than what they should have won, more than what they have done that we've witnessed from them last season, which have made a lot of people ask $1 million question about them winning the Premier League title. But you think that this is how they do, and they're in the process of bottling it again. And you're talking about that game against Tottenham Hotspur. You think they win that game?
You know what happened is that there's always a time when you separate the men from the boys. And the time has come, like I told you. Arsenal were doing all those things, all the initial gra they always do. And their fans were all over, we could not sleep, we could not breathe. They were doing as if they have arrived. But we always tell them, you can never be arrived, not in this dispensation. Seriously. I don't know what Mikel Arteta is doing, because he has got all what he needed. He has the squad depth. And we said this right here, that it's for Mikel Arteta to lose. So I don't know what is happening. He's losing it again. He has the players from every department. He has everything, from striking departments to the midfield to the defense. He has all of them. Some will say it's because of injury, but injury is normal. It's part of the game. And that is why he has a lot of players. But for the fact that he cannot win it, and it has happened again.
So you still think he cannot win it? You think Manchester City will win?
Well, as a football analyst, it is not over until it's over, and we cannot say it has been done until it is done. He's still leading with 5 points. So let's wait for Manchester City to win their game in hand, and let's see what happens. But don't forget the fact that they are going away to Manchester City. And I thought Arsenal would have gathered enough points
before that
time, so that whatever happens at Manchester City will still be, whether lose or win, it still be an easy ride for them. But now I must tell you, they are under pressure because they have put themselves in a difficult position. You
think they are under pressure and they've put themselves in a difficult situation?
Yes.
So quickly, let's leave what is happening with Arsenal. We'll come back to Arsenal. Let's start a bit from what is happening on the home front. Let's talk about Super Eagles manager Eric Sekuchel before we talk about Kwara United.
Okay.
Eric Sekuchel, we're getting a report right now that we know he's talking about contract extension with the Nigerian Football Federation. They are supposed to also extend his contract because he has just 1 year left on his contract. And there have been multiple reports about him, about countries and Olympic Marseille wanting his services. That's the Nigerian coach. And he has also been talking lately. NFF president has also been talking lately about the contract. But what we got this week is a shocker. And that's because we got a report that Eric Chol has submitted to the Nigerian Football Federation a 19-demand proposal. What he wants if his contract, this new contract, should be given to him. And part of his own proposed terms. And he also changed agents this week, Eric Chol. He changed agent, and we got a report that part of the reason why he said he changed agent is because he feels that this new agency will be able to project him to the bigger world in terms of football, in terms of the football world. But let's talk about the 19 proposed terms. I will run through those terms quickly. Number one on the top of the list of the proposed terms that we are getting the report, not yet confirmed, is that Eric Chell is proposing a private SUV with chauffeur and security. That is a private SUV car with chauffeur and security, out in a well-secured environment with 24 hours uninterrupted power supply furnish office with projector for analysis, internet provision, flight ticket for wife and 2 children. Eric Chow and his wife, they will give them business class, while the two children can stay in economy. That's the report we're getting. GPS provision in his home, supply for proper equipment in accordance to the coach's demand. Based on opponents, the coach has the right of choice regarding international friendly games, camping programs. He also want to have his say in it. The coach will initiate programs for youth development in the country, provision for the coach to travel, watch, monitor, and engage players of the national teams abroad, provision for the coach to travel and watch local league players to identify potential players that will integrate into the senior team, the under-23s, the under-20s, and the under-17s. No interference in team selection and players call-up. The NFF has to issue a working contract for the staff members of the coach. Salary need to be paid on or before 30th of every month. Bonus and allowances as per federation structure. Request to include his PA in the bonus and allowances structure. 18. Proposed salary of $130,000 a month. The amount include all the technical staff and his PA. Monthly meeting with all the national team coaches. That is the proposed demand for Eric Chow. A lot of people are saying that is too much. You hear the idea.
You see, Eric Chow is being human. It can happen to anyone. Once you are a hot cake, anything can happen. Eric Chow is an hot cake.
You think he is?
Of course he is. You know, when you don't have a choice, when you are not being linked to any club, then you will take whatever offer they are giving you. It was in Super Eagles before. It wasn't demanding for this. But now that the Super Eagles has shot him to limelight, see what is happening. At first, before the end of Nations Cup, Tunisia, there were rumors that Tunisia wanted his service. After that, a club in France, Marseille. So he knows that Marseille is bringing a higher offer. And for him,
they have signed a new coach.
Yes, Marseille was bringing a higher offer. But for Marseille, for him to leave, to still at Super Eagles and reject Marseille, the Super Eagles needs to increase his wages and do all what he was requesting. But now, Marseille has hired a new coach.
We got this report last week. Marseille has announced their own new coach before we got this report from Eric Chow.
But I want to believe that he might have tabled this before Marseille got a new coach. Seriously.
Do you think he merits all these things he tabled then?
Well, he merited it, but let me tell you the fact. Before we hire Eric Chow, Parcero last year, in last Nations Cup, he got us to the final. We didn't win it, but we got silver. The silver that Eric Chow got for us this time around was not special. Because when we got to the semi-final, we could not make it to the final. Know that Super Eagles is winning the bronze. It has become a tradition for us. So I can see that in terms of beautiful play, putting all the players together, attacking football, is there. But in terms of trophy, even Nations Cup, he didn't qualify us to the Nations Cup. So I just want to advise him to take it cool. It's not ready yet.
You still think he deserves it? Despite the brother advising.
Because
I do not think... See, I think some of the things he have here, they are normality that coaches should have. Let's be realistic. Some of the things that, in my own opinion, some of the things that he's demanding right now, I don't think he even needs to demand it. I mean, an office for the coach, a projector to analyze games. These are things that should naturally be provided for him.
But we are not giving that in Nigeria.
In a well-structured environment, a well-developed environment, these are things that should be given to him. But my point is, the environment that you are working with, that you agree to work with your 3-year contract, you already know how it works in that environment. Yes, we might talk about improving generally. And I have a problem with some of the demand. The demand where he's talking about meeting with all the under-17 coaches, I mean, that's the discretion on the NFF. That's not a demand for you. That's not your responsibility. What happened with under-17, under-20, under-23 is not your business. Your business is with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. What we do with the under-17, they have their coaches. And the NFF has a technical department that have the development program for all those programs. That has no business.
That one is not too big. I think if he has some kind of relation with the age grade football from now,
see, I'm building
that will
something.
be seamless.
No, I'm building
promotion
something.
from the age grade to the Super Eagles.
Looking at everything here, if truly he's asking for it, I think he's asking for more than. Well, this is not club football.
But this is it. This is it. When you are negotiating, as a matter of fact, where the commodity costs 5 million naira, and you put it on 10 million naira, you know that they will beat it down. So I think what Richard is trying to do is that at least if the Super Eagles are not giving me 100% of what I'm asking, at least they will do 50.
$130,000, $130,000. Is that too much for him to earn monthly as the coach of the Super Eagles?
I cannot say it is too much. I cannot say it is too small. It depends on his bargaining power, and that is what we are saying.
You think the way you look at Richard, is he in that position of coach to demand that kind of money?
And that's what I'm saying, that Richard was a good manager, but he wasn't there yet before he got hired by the Super Eagles.
I still think he's not there yet. Don't forget, Pesero was requesting for more money. They didn't give him. He left. He could not get a job like the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
And Pesero tactics, we were already tired with Pesero tactics.
I don't care. Pesero got us to the final.
Of course.
Pesero was looking at the trophy in front of him. As far as I'm concerned, he is better with the Super Eagles, well achieved, than Richard. So if he is not being given an improved contract, why do we think Richard deserve an improved contract?
Because Nigeria wants attacking football.
Only.
And
Nigeria want trophy. That's what we want. Forget attacking football. We want trophies. That's what we want.
We believe good football, attacking football will take us back to the
glory days.
The glory days.
We want trophies. We want trophy. That's what we want. Stephen Keshi did not play the most intelligent attacking football in the world. He plays his expressive football. He gets goals. He doesn't dominate games, but he wants trophy. That's what Nigeria wants.
The mentality of Nigeria is
not Arsenal. We want trophy. That's it.
The mentality of Nigeria is that once you are getting the beautiful football, trophy is coming. But you can see now, we are all behind Richard. We believe that as is, will follow.
If he's making this demand, I am absolutely not behind Richard. I am absolutely not behind it, because I feel some of these demands are outrageous to make, and I don't think he's even there yet to be giving the Super Eagles the demand, because we gave you this projection that you think you're looking at. Let's quickly talk about Kwara United quickly, because we need to move on and talk about what is happening in Europe. Let's talk about Kwara United. Kwara United have been banished to Abeokuta. 3 points deducted from Kwara United. 9 million naira fine being asked to be paid by the management of Kwara United. A lot of Kwarans are saying that is too much to ask from the players, from the team, and it is unfair from the Nigerian Premier Football League. You think it's too much, and the Nigerian Premier Football League are unfair with the judgment given to Kwara United? If you are asking what they did, well, the fans of Kwara United, after that 1-1 draw against Rivers United, as Diamond FM have told you, encroached the stadium, attacked the referee. We saw pictures of the general manager of Rivers United also being attacked in birth with blood, by the way. And the NFF the Nigerian Premier Football League reacted swiftly. Banners to Abeokuta, deducted 3 points, fined Kwara United 9 million naira. What's your take on Kwarans who feel that's too much? That what did they do? Why would you do that to Kwara United? That banishing them and the fine is okay. Why remove the 3 points?
To start with, we are not happy with what happened from the fans of Kwara United. It is totally unacceptable. And I'm also happy to the fans to take it cool. When the game is coming your way, take it. When it's going the other way around, take it. But on the part of the MPFL, I want to believe that
Do you think the judgment is fair?
The judgment is too strict.
It's too strict.
The judgment is too strict.
Why do you think
at first, the decision is too quick. In a kind of decision, in that kind of situation, before you take any decision, you need to set up a panel on the committee to look into the matter.
Which matter?
They need to investigate.
What are they investigating?
Of course, those who invaded the pitch and done the damage, who are they?
What was
Are
that?
they truly Kwara United fans?
Oh, are they there for their Rivers United fans?
We never can tell. It is the investigation that will bring
Which
that out.
investigation? I don't understand what you're saying, brother.
Seriously.
It is the duty of the home side, which fans ever encroach the pitch. It is the duty of the home team to provide security for the match official.
And you are talking from the
Kwara
security
United
angle.
have failed in that regards. So I do not understand.
And on the security aspect,
whatever
Kwara United
investigation.
have failed. But whichever way, investigation needs to be
Which
done.
is- which
And for you to
investigation?
review a sanction, there must be a timeline, maybe after 24 hours, after 48 hours. They
Kwara
do
United
this
can
within
appeal.
12 hours.
No, Kwara United. They said
I
Kwara
think they
United
were
can
waiting
appeal.
for us. I think they were waiting for us to do that.
Because they are swift. Don't forget, United did that against Kano Pillars. They were just being careful. The referee was quick to run into the locker room and they attacked a journalist.
But NPFA never told us that the sanction included what happened against Kano Pillars. They said it was purely
Basically
on
happened.
what happened against
Yes,
Rivers.
exactly.
And so the sanction is based on Rivers United.
I don't understand the problem.
So
you have with it.
why are they rushing?
What do you mean by that? They are
Why did they
their
rush to ask the
judgment.
government? No, I didn't take that. I can never take that. It happened against Kano Pillars. What happened?
That's why they are
Was it
banning
as quick as this?
That's why they are
I
banning.
mean, Kano Pillars did the same thing. Was the judgment
I
as
mean, the
quick as
question
this?
I want to ask you is: Did Kano
Wiki
Pillars
Tourist did the same thing.
Did Kano
Was the
Pillars
judgment as quick as this?
and Wiki Tourist did their own consecutively? You do one last week, you do one against this week. Almost in the same week, I'm saying even last
What happened last week?
In the space of 3 or 4 days.
What happened last week didn't get the attention of the NPFL.
What makes you think like that?
They might have briefed them, but they didn't get the attention because no referee was beaten.
And you think they are not aware? If I'm aware, then the owners of the league are not aware. Is that what you're saying?
And they should have included it that this punishment
They do not need to include it.
the attempt against the referee against Kwara United.
My own
and
opinion,
Kano Pillars.
I do not have any problem with the judgment. I've always been an advocate of beating referees in the Nigerian Premier League. Teams should be deducted 3 points. And I stand by the Nigerian Premier Football League. This is the right thing.
I don't have problem with the punishment, but for me, the punishment is more than the offense.
Yeah, it is not more than
It's more than
offense.
the
It is
offense.
deserving.
Banishment,
God forbid.
9 million naira.
God forbid if the referee had died. Is this what we'll be saying? That's number one.
3 point deduction.
No, exactly. In fact, they are lenient with the 3 points.
It's too
6
much.
points.
It's too much. It's
For
too much.
those that
It's too
think they love the club, at least they've seen what their actions.
Since
have
they know
done
that
with
they
the
will
club.
banish us from our
So they should not
from our
deduct 3
stadium,
points.
then they should leave the points alone for us.
Do both.
They should have taken the point and leave us to our home.
Do both. I support both.
Do you know the meaning of banishment?
Go to another stadium.
Your home game has become an away game automatically.
That is why
So we don't have any home games
That
again.
is why you
It's
should be
always away.
That is why you
No,
should
no,
be
no, no, no.
proper whenever you are playing
It's
at
too,
home.
it's too harsh.
Let's
It's too harsh on Kwara United. I must confess.
Let's throw the phone line open. 0913-655-6952. 0913-655-6952. WhatsApp is 0913-655-6864. 0913-655-6864. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Babatunde from Gomo.
Babatunde from Gomo. Quickly, Babatunde, share your contribution.
Regarding the chair,
Mm-hmm.
I think the $130,000
Mm-hmm.
include the assistant salary and the PA salary.
Mm.
That one is not too much,
Okay.
for my own opinion. And they can, if NFL can beat him down to 100,000, is going to take it. None of our players that is under him that can collect 130,000 naira per week. We should know that.
Mm.
And concerning your guest,
Mm-hmm.
your guest still have Nigeria blood in his name
Mm.
for delaying judges. And that is what is causing corruption in Nigeria up to now. God bless you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. The phone line is still open. You can call in 0913-655-6952. WhatsApp is 0913-655-6864. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Good evening. Can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Your name and where you're calling from? You can just do the phone line. You can send messages on WhatsApp if you cannot hear me. WhatsApp to send your messages to is 0913 655 6864. 0913 655 6864. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very great. Your name and where you're calling from?
Mr. Adeyemi from Amoyo.
Adelani from Amoyo. Good evening to you.
Concerning the Defense United and Kwara United.
Okay.
I think your guess is eating your courses. That is why he said that was saying that the difference is so much. I think that I think the referee run away. They will have killed the man. Yes. So if one among the NFF, they will have suggested they should remove 6 points from the Kwara United. 6 points. I don't expect you to talk like that. It's one day like those people that they pitch. I don't know why I'm like him. This one is not good, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's quickly go on this quick commercial break. We'll come back from the commercial break and we'll continue our conversation. Don't forget, it's still Diamond Sport Friend Zone on your Shiny Supreme radio station. Quick commercial break. We will be back.
Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi ká gbóògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe é. Bára rẹ̀ ò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Má ṣàfihàn àwọn fún dókítà rẹ̀.
Welcome back from that commercial break. It's still Diamond Sport Friend Zone or your Shiny Supreme radio station. Before we went to that quick commercial break, we spoke about a lot of things. Look at the issue that happened in Kwara State with Kwara United, the punishment of the Nigerian Premier Football League given to Kwara United, being banished to Abeokuta, deducted 3.59 million naira. But they have 48 hours to appeal the judgment. Adeyemi thinks that judgment is too harsh on Kwara United, and they should have picked one. That is either you banish them and not deduct 3 points, or deduct 3 points and do not banish them. We also spoke about Eric Sekocha, his 19th proposal to the Nigerian Football Federation for his contract to be extended. Part of the proposal, he wants $130,000, including his staff and his PA. He wants his PA also to be included in the bonuses. They also want a very good relationship to ensure that developmental program for the under-17, under-20 is being also well outlined. The coach also wants a lot of things which I've listed earlier on the show. Part of our discussion also include Arsenal and their current fight against to win the Premier League. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ayomide from Goma.
Ayomide from Goma. Good evening to Ayomide. Share your contribution.
Yes, sir.
Ayomide, I can hear you. Share your contribution. What do you have to say, Ayomide?
Sir?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
I heard you on radio this evening.
Mm-hmm.
So you are saying that any person that can call first, you are going to give that person 3,000.
Me? Nah, that's not me. Sorry, Ayomide. That's not me. I don't think I started with that. It's Diamond Sport Friend Zone. This is Diamond FM, your shiny supreme radio station, 88.7. Phone line is still open, guys. Let's get back to the program. 0913-655-6952. That's the number to call. WhatsApp is 0913-655-6864. This one says, good evening. It's Jimo Jamil. You can say the fine is too much if it is the first time they are having the issue, but it was a consecutive issue, Kano Pillars and Rivers United, the home fans are unruly and was demanding for unnecessary and unhealthy home advantage, shouting for biased penalties and fouls up and down. They need the fine and judgment to reset their brain. Kwara United is not serious. They can do better. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Larry from Tanke. Good evening to you, Larry. Larry, can you hear me? I can't hear you very well.
Kwara United.
Okay, go ahead, Larry.
I don't think it's too much.
Okay.
But this is high time to separate rugby from the two levels of football. But what I want the government to do is that they should also put the perpetrators to book. And they should punish them also. They should find them out and give punishment that is even what them to let them punish them also, not only to punish the staff or the club. Let them find the perpetrator, let them also go to the book and punish them.
Thank you.
That's my own contribution.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Quickly, Adeyemi, let's go ahead with our conversation on the show. There's really a lot to discuss about. We need to talk about what is happening in European football, especially in the English Premier League. There's a big game coming up on Sunday, and it's Arsenal against Tottenham Hotspur. You think Arsenal win this game against Tottenham Hotspur?
Like I said, Arsenal is going to play this game under pressure. Because this match was supposed to be played under good condition, but for the fact they drew game, they're supposed to have won. I mean the match against Wolf. Okay. So it is difficult. Their morale is down. They are disappointed in themselves. So anything that happened against Tottenham, Manchester City will be ahead. So this game is going to be played under
pressure.
Do you
think they can win?
And I don't think they can win.
You don't think
if they can try as much as possible to win this match, it's going to boost their morale and get them back on the winning ways. But I don't see winning coming in this game.
Do you think Arsenal can still win this Premier League title?
I'm not sure again. I'm not sure. It was in their hand, but they have bottled it. We said it is theirs to lose. And they have begun to lose it.
And they have lost it. That's what
No, they have not lost it. They have not lost it.
But they're in the process to lose it.
They are in the process to lose it. So this is the period they always bottle it, and we are seeing the sign. They are bottling it again. My problem is that there was a time Manchester City reduced the deficit to 2 points. Arsenal went ahead to
9 points.
To widen it to 6, 9. So let's see if that can still happen again. But with the kind of features they have ahead of them, difficult features, Chelsea, Crystal Palace,
Man City.
I don't think that can happen again.
You don't think that can happen again? And you think they lose on Sunday against Tottenham?
I don't put words into my mouth. I'm not saying they will lose. For them to win that match is going to be difficult for them. So I'm saying a draw.
You think it's a draw between both sides?
I'm saying a draw.
That's what Kieran Giggs also think, former Arsenal left back. He thinks it's going to be a draw between Arsenal. He thinks it's going to be a draw between Manchester City, and Newcastle. He thinks Manchester City and Newcastle ends in a draw. You think the same thing?
Well, Manchester City have always been trailing behind, and it's always been having the opportunity to catch up. I think this is the best time for them to catch up.
You think they will win against Newcastle?
I want to believe they will win. But if there's anything other than victory against Newcastle, then Manchester City too are not serious with this league. Seriously.
Fixtures coming up tomorrow: Aston Villa against Leeds United, Brentford against Brighton, Chelsea against Burnley, West Ham against Bournemouth, Manchester City, 9 p.m. Nigerian time against Newcastle. And also on Sunday, there are also games coming up on Sunday, like we told you earlier, is Arsenal playing against Tottenham Hotspur, and that game is coming up at the Tottenham Stadium, 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Sunderland against Fulham, Nottingham Forest against Liverpool, Crystal Palace against Wolverhampton Wanderers. For Manchester United, their game is coming up on Monday. They will be playing away to Everton. Let's quickly talk about this, that has really got a lot of people talking. Wayne Rooney thinks there's no single world-class player in the Arsenal squad.
Well, I want to believe that squad play is better than a world class.
But you need exceptional players.
They have exceptional players. They have it in Bukayo Saka. They have it in
world-class players.
Yes. We all saw what Bukayo Saka did last season. Just that this
you think Bukayo Saka is a world-class
player?
He's
a world-class player. He's a world-class player. When we are talking about
who can you compare him with?
Anybody.
Those in the
in
world
that
class.
position.
Can it be compared to Ousmane Dembele, who has won the Ballon d'Or? Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior.
They are not playing the same wing with Kylian Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe knows how to play on the wings. Started on the wings.
But we are talking about 7 here, right wing. So when we are counting 3 right wingers in the world, Bukayo Saka is there. So what are you telling me? They have world class. In the midfield, they have Declan Rice, they have Zubimendi. So they have good players. They might not have a Ballon d'Or winner.
You disagree with Wayne Rooney.
I disagree with
you think they have world-class players in the Arsenal squad?
What they are suffering from is the syndrome that has been affecting them. The syndrome of Oyugbadi, as the BBC will say. But when we are talking about squad depth, they have it this season.
I also think Arsenal have world-class players. I think Saliba, like you said, Bukayo Saka, and also Declan Rice. I think those 3, for me, are the world-class players in the Arsenal squad.
Even Gabriel. Gabriel is also there.
Which of the Gabriel?
The defender. So when we are talking about when we are talking about defenders in the world, you mentioned these guys.
I think Gabriel is just one of those very good defenders. I mean, we have a lot of them, very good, but I do not think he's among the world-class defenders.
To me, he's among.
But I think Saliba.
To me, he's even ahead of Saliba. For me.
I think Saliba is the best defender in the Arsenal squad. Who would you pick between Virgil van Dijk and John Terry? Jamie Pennant thinks that he's a former Liverpool winger, so he thinks that Virgil van Dijk is better than John Terry.
You don't have to bring that kind of question to me because you know the better defender and you know who I will go for.
You think he's John Terry?
Of course, it's John Terry.
Why do you think he's John Terry?
Because John Terry is the best. Look, it's not about what you play. It's about the leadership.
So you think
how you coordinate on the team.
So you think Virgil van Dijk is not a good leader?
He's a good leader, but you can never compare him with John Terry.
Why can't
Seriously, you can never.
Well, I will leave this to the listener because I think otherwise. Because I've seen Virgil van Dijk too. I know I've seen his bad days, and I've also seen John Terry's bad days.
You really see John Terry's bad days.
What are you saying? 5-2 against Arsenal. Almost sleeping, doubling for Robin van Persie.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
So for Virgil van Dijk, bad games too is part of the game. But like I said, I'll leave it to the listener. Who do you think is better, John Terry or Virgil van Dijk? Do you think there's a world-class player in the Arsenal squad? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good evening. I'm John. I'm calling from Adewale.
John from Irewolide. John, yes. Share your contribution.
About our coach, himself.
Okay.
And I believe that the man has a better offer. That is the reason why now he's bringing all this proposal. Yes, for me, I think he has a better offer elsewhere. That's why we want to give us the feel that we know. All of us know that Nigeria Super Eagles cannot afford it. Let us be sincere for ourselves. But about Arsenal and you people are discussing world-class player or not. I believe if they have a world-class player, the way your analyst said, when it matters the most, all those players need to rise up. You see them bottling league for how many years? They got all those players that you are mentioning. Even Bukayo Saka, how many goals has he scored in this season? That is the real. That is how we can be saying that this person is a world-class player. It's not for you to be. You are a good player. We know quite all right. But when it matters the most, are you here to raise the team up? That's what about.
Thank you very much for your contribution. That's it. That's the question. World-class players stand up in the most difficult moment to rescue the team. Is Bukayo Saka that? That's the $1 million question he's asking. Good evening to you guys in the studio and well done for the good job. And for the punishment of Kwara United, it's okay by Nigerian Football Federation, like it. And my name is Jimba from Ijiba Street, off Stadium Road in Lorin, Kwara State, up Manchester United. God bless you guys in Jesus' name. Thank you very much for your message. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Mohamed Alabi from Fagari.
Mohamed Alabi, quickly share your contribution.
The punishment method to Kwara United is a bad one. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. He said it's a bad or it's a good one.
He said it's a bad one.
He said
it's too much or not.
He said it's a bad one. Thank you very much for your contribution. Good evening, presenter. What the Super Eagles coach is asking for is not too much. He has worked for it. As for Kwara United, it is well-deserved punishment. We don't want violence in our sport. This is Adeolu from Osin Adedoyin. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, my name is Tuesday. I am Manchester United fan.
Manchester United fan. Quickly, share your contribution.
Arsenal will lose this next match because as they are playing is poor. And Arsenal will not carry this title. It's Man City that will carry it.
Thank you very much for your contribution. But please, next time, don't use the F word on radio. Hi, good evening. How are you doing? I'm Ola from Police Road. Arsenal need to step up their game to win on Sunday. Any point loss, I'm afraid the league is gone. Ola, thank you very much for being a part of the show. Our time is really, really sparse-spent on the show. Thank you to everybody who have taken our time to join us, contribute, to listen to us on the show. Thank you to my brother, Adeyemi, also for joining me. And to Kwara United fans and the management, let's hope and pray. Let's tighten our seatbelt. Let's work and see if we are going to avoid relegation. And let's also provide more security during our games. And for those kids who are always encroaching the stadium, let's find a way to always let them stay away from the stadium. Thank you very much for your contribution, guys. My name is Adeyemi Adewale. Enjoy your weekend. Good night.
You cannot control me. You cannot. Okay. You can have a little control, but I'm still in charge. I can attack any minute, but you can control for like a second. Oh, nice. It's really a nice spot right there.
We know exactly how that feels at Diamond FM with good conversations, music, and top entertainment that touches your soul. It's radio like no other. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Aki gbogbo tí tó bá ń gbọ́ wa káàkiri gbogbo ibi tí ọwọ́ já ìkọ̀lẹ̀ tẹ́ ti ń gbọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí níbi tó bá fẹ́ dé àmọ́ kí wá kú oríire ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara o akí wá kú oríire ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀ akí wá kú oríire ìyẹn àwa obìnrin ọ̀nà owó inú àwọn obìnrin fi ń gbà tí wọ́n fi ń lo àwọn ẹ̀rọ tá a mú dání àti à ń fi rí owó àsọ̀ntẹ́lò àmọ́ ṣùgbọ́n báyìí àlẹ́ sọ ọ̀nà tí ẹ fi mọ̀ rí owó sí akoto ti yín lọ́nà tòótọ́ àti ètò yẹ àwa fẹ́ fi àkókò yìí pé arábìnrin Akéwúṣọlá Rasheedat Bukola Virago Queen wọ́n sọ nítorí Virago ní fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí